Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Right here from Pompous Maxi, we see XRP legal strategy: be transparent and do everything within the scope of the law to be SEC compliant. Do not hold unregistered securities offerings. Ethereum legal strategy: dodge the SEC by establishing in Switzerland and hiding the identity of whale investors in unregistered securities offerings. And I tweeted out, guess which one the SEC decided to go after? I think it is so ironic that the SEC is choosing to go after the one US-based company that tried to do everything right, tried to be as transparent as possible, and try to be as responsible in accordance to the laws that were already put forth as they possibly could be, and this is the company the SEC decided to go after. Rather than going after the actual bad actors in the space, the actors that knew they were breaking the law and chose to do it anyway, the SEC decided to go after the one company who was doing its best to do everything right. I think this shows that the SEC really has alternative motives here and is really a rogue agency doing whatever they want. If they actually wanted to create any kind of legal standard by punishing people who were actually doing the wrong thing, the last company they would have gone after was Ripple. I think this really shows us that either this lawsuit was all a setup for some other reason, possibly to create regulations going forward, or it really is just a class act of corruption, and we are currently watching the SEC unravel in front of our eyes. On top of that, just today, we see that the SEC is now going after Elon Musk for some things he said on Twitter. This is just another great American company the SEC is trying to attack. It's so disgusting to see our own regulatory agencies, rather than going after real scams, going after these super innovative companies that are trying to make America a better place. It just goes to show that the SEC has completely different obligations than protecting the retail investor, which is really what they're supposed to be doing. Anyways, there's not much we can do about it other than smack him in court, so we'll keep focusing on that. So I wanted to tweet this out right here because I thought it was just so funny. The SEC with Gary Gensler are constantly saying the rules are clear, but right here we have a tweet from Hester Pierce actually responding to Tag XRP, and she says, rather than analyzing the status of a particular digital asset, I need to focus on building a sensible, regulatory, and clear framework for crypto. How ironic is it that Hester Pierce says she wants to focus on building a regulatory framework for crypto that's sensible and clear, all while Gary Gensler is saying that the framework is already sensible and clear? This doesn't make any sense at all, and we have the SEC's own commissioners coming out and saying, look, none of this makes any sense. But at the same time, Ripple should have followed all these rules 8 years ago before the rules never existed. It's very clear that the SEC has alternative motives here, and while we might never know the exact reason for why they're doing this, why they are attacking these innovative companies who are just trying to make the world a better place, it is clear that they are not doing it for the benefit of retail investors, which is what their job is supposed to be. And my only other comment about this tweet from Hester Pierce is she says she's working on building a new framework that's sensible and clear. It's like, yeah, you can build this new framework all you want, but if Gary Gensler is not going to pick it up, then maybe you're just wasting your time. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but it seems to me like you could spend all the time in the world building the best framework ever, but if you simply have someone who's just going to ignore you, then what's the point? There's clearly better ways you can be spending your time. Anyway, I guess we'll see how this pans out, but either way, it seems like Ripple's clarity is going to be coming through the court, so I don't know how much this will even affect them going forward. Now, I wanted to cover the insane thing I found last night because I believe this pokes a huge hole in the SEC's case against Ripple. I tweeted out, boom, XRP was considered decentralized before Ethereum ever existed. Oh yeah, and by the law firm that would later help Ethereum get its free pass. I said props to Tag XRP and this other lawyer Bill for finding this. And as we can see right here from Perkins Coie's own website from 2012, we have virtual currencies, networks, and ledgers, decentralized, Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, Feathercoin, Terracoin. And then they have centralized coins, which XRP is nowhere on because at the time XRP was actually called Ripple back in the day. I think it was pretty funny, first of all, just to see these old coins, some of them that have completely disappeared, but furthermore, that Ripple was considered decentralized back in 2012 when it was actually far more centralized than it even is today. This shows that law firms all over, and even law firms that would later give Ethereum its free pass, knew XRP was always decentralized. It is so absurd that the SEC is trying to make the claim that Ripple should have thought that XRP was a security. Clearly, based on all the legal advice they are getting, XRP in no way ever represented a security. And on top of that, one of the SEC's main points in this case is that XRP is not decentralized. We can see right here that by the same law firm that they used to give Ethereum its free pass, that same law firm is saying XRP is also decentralized. So the SEC's points on why XRP would be a security are slowly being erased, but not even by law firms that they don't know, but law firms that they use these law firms' legal advice to give other digital assets a free pass down the road. This shows that the SEC either has no idea what they're doing in this case or are purposely ignoring this evidence because it knows it drastically hurts them. If we keep moving right here, it actually gets even worse. One of the claims the SEC made in their case was that XRP had no utility. Well, thanks to Tag XRP, we can see that XRP has the utility and more utility than so many other digital assets out there. Right here, we can see that same law firm, Perkins Coie, that actually said XRP was decentralized, actually was receiving massive amounts of XRP as payment for the legal services. Now, this is inherent utility. You cannot do this with other securities. We can see that Perkins Coie actually received 40 million XRP, and that's straight up utility. The same law firm that later gave Ethereum its free pass speech, and that same law firm that has been working with the SEC this entire time was using XRP for its utility. The SEC's case is getting destroyed by the own law firms they worked with their entire time. This shows that they had to know the entire time that XRP was decentralized and that it had utility. And yet, despite all of this, in their lawsuit against Ripple, they ignored it simply because they had ulterior motives. We might never know exactly what they are, but we know one thing for sure: so much of this lawsuit was made up. The SEC clearly ignored the facts because they were trying to push an agenda. Let's keep moving though, and that's just another picture of the transaction. And I tweeted this out because I see a lot of people kind of seeing what's going on in the market right now, seeing XRP still trading below where they think it should, and I just wanted to let people know. Back in 2018, you were called an idiot for investing in Tesla. Back then, Elon Musk was a fraud and Tesla was 100% going bankrupt. Now, since the stock is up 10x, you were called an idiot for not buying Tesla. Price action dictates the sentiment of the masses. What I'm trying to communicate here is just that you're never going to have an investment that is going to make you a ton of money and it's just going to be a no-brainer obvious. The best investments always come when there's blood in the streets, when it seems like nothing could get worse, when you're in the eye of the hurricane and everything's just going crazy, exactly like XRP is right now. Once XRP goes up and the price starts going parabolic, everyone is suddenly going to be talking to you about XRP like it's the most obvious investment in the world. People are going to say XRP is still cheap at $10, XRP is still cheap at $25, and you're going to be sitting there and saying, where were you when it was 25 cents? Where were you when it was 60 cents? It's because these people only respond to positive price movement. They don't really understand XRP. They don't understand the fundamentals. They don't understand why XRP is so suppressed right now that it is creating the buying opportunity of a lifetime on one of the best digital assets ever created. Only those who do their research and got in early gotten during all the FUD, gotten during the blood, are going to be rewarded with the massive gains, and that's why you need to stick to your conviction. Right here, we see right here that the cryptocurrency is already growing faster than the internet was back in 1990-2000 period. We know what happened to internet stocks after the dot-com bust, and they all went on insane runs and are still running to this day. Positioning yourselves in top-tier cryptocurrencies right now are going to be like positioning yourselves in Amazon and Apple and Google back 20 years ago when they were still in their infancy as companies. Cryptocurrencies still have so much room for growth and are going to change the financial system. They're going to create a financial system built directly into the internet, and it's going to change the internet forever. And in years from now, it is going to seem like a no-brainer investing into any cryptocurrency at its prices. All you have to do is pick the cryptocurrencies who are going to lead the way and change the world, and I'm here to tell you it's not that hard. You can see that there is a crazy list. Almost half of the top 100 banks in the world are already working with Ripple, and this list has not been updated since 2018-2019. I cannot imagine what this list is going to look like when Ripple wins this case. It is a no-brainer that Ripple and XRP are going to be winners in the blockchain industry, and I believe are going to be like investing in an Amazon, Tesla, or Google, or Apple back in the early 2000s. Just look at this picture. Look who Brad Garlinghouse is standing with. Different members of the IMF, the BIS, SWIFT, the most powerful organizations in the world, and then some CEO of some tiny little startup. Ripple is no normal company. They're going to change the world. They're going to help build a financial infrastructure into the internet, and I believe most of it is already done, and we are just waiting for the final acts of clarity to come in.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.